Hello, lovelies. Welcome back to my channel. Let's heal together. Now, of course, you know, Amber is with us today. Come on, Amber. Come on and sit down, child. You know you are a forever guest.
Right.
So thank you for joining us in our conversation today. Thank you for watching. For those of you who are here for the first time, I want you to do one thing for me. Subscribe and join in. Please comment, please share. We are here, we're on our healing journey. So we're talking today about
Staying sweet.
staying sweet. Yes. And I don't mean that kind of sweet where you're just like, but you know, no, I'm talking about staying sweet on the inside, like being sweet, staying sweet, and not being bitter.
Yeah.
Because I found that, and I'm not talking about this today because I've like got this part all together. So this I've been kind of posting on my Instagram page, B McNish, if some of y'all don't know.
Yes.
Come and join me. So I've been posting little tidbits about staying sweet. And I've been posting it really as a reminder to myself because, you know, when you start out on a journey or any type of thing, anytime you set out to make some changes that are positive for yourself, I feel like all of a sudden the stumbling blocks kind of just come, and it gets frustrating because you're trying to head to this place, you're trying to go to this good place,
And then these old habits.
but the old habits, they come up, and then the old people, they come up, and then you just want to look at them like, what? You know, like you want to say something, you want to get that neck rolling, you want to get that, you want to, you know, you feeling froggy? Is that what they say?
Yes!
Jump! So we are, the hair jumping child. Go ahead, do it again. There you go.
Jesus, I look like Frederick Douglass.
Frederick Douglass.
Oh, God.
Yeah, you do have that kind of hair going on today.
Excuse my hair.
It looks good. It looks good. It's big and beautiful. So when all of that starts to happen, you know, you wanna kind of tell people about themselves. You wanna put them
In their
place. You wanna have a good comeback. You wanna snap back easy. You know, the tongue is getting ready to say some stuff that's not nice. Yeah, you know about that. But so it's a reminder. Today's conversation really is a reminder to stay sweet. And so as I was thinking about this week, I thought about Naomi and Ruth. And I think that's one of the biggest examples, because here we have Naomi. She like leaves her home with her husband. They have their sons. The sons get married. The sons die. The husband dies. Then there's no food. Then she's like, okay, now she has her two daughters-in-laws, and she's like, okay, gone back home because it's over. I'm just gonna go home and it's over for me. And they're both like, no, we're gonna go with you. And she's like, okay, go home because it's over. And then Orpha, she's like, all right, bye, I'm going home. But Ruth,
tell me twice.
Ruth is like, I'm sticking with you. I'm gonna see this thing through. I want to see what, you know, your people are now my people. Your God's my God. And it's so beautiful. You know, it's a beautiful story. But here we have Naomi. She gets back home and everybody is like happy to see Naomi. And you know, it's kind of like us sometimes, you know, you've been off the scene for a while. You've been in your own place and you're about to reemerge, and everybody wants to know what you're doing, what life is like. But in Naomi's case, life hasn't been awesome. You know, it wasn't so good. So Naomi's like, don't call me Naomi. No, call me Mara, bitter. She said, call me bitter because I left out full and I came back empty. And I read that and it made me think. And it made me think, and I was almost like, gosh, like she knew how she felt. And she was willing to speak that out. You know, like if it was me now, I would have just kind of smiled and went along with the crowd and then got home and be like, you know, I would have hit it. But she just felt it and she spoke it. And I, you know, and I think sometimes it's a blessing in being able to do that, because I think that's where healing can come, because you're speaking your own truth, you're speaking your feelings.
Yeah, you're being honest.
You're being honest with yourself, and that's how she felt. And so, but at the end of the day, I loved how the story kind of just flips. Yeah. And so, Ruth becomes the person or the vessel that bears this son. And then it says at the end of it that, you know, when the son was born, it was like Naomi's life just came back. And I want to say, they said she nursed the child. I don't know how old she was, but she nursed the baby. It was just her baby after that child.
She had some milk.
She had everything ready. She nursed the baby. So that's how much life emerged out of her. I want that. I want that. You know why? Because that's how she was able to get out of that bitter place.
That's
and
true.
She was sweet enough that life was able to flow through her again. So that was my challenge, and this is my continued challenge, to stay sweet.
Yeah.
So I am literally every day have been reminding myself, stay sweet. Stay sweet.
Yeah.
Stay sweet. And I'm not talking about this fake sweet where you just, you know,
it's genuine.
I'm talking about a genuine where your thoughts are changing, where your actions are changing, where the very thread of who you are is changing into something so sweet that you're not even the same person. Because I feel like that's what happened to Naomi. I don't think it was just like, oh, I got a baby now, so okay, now I'm happy. No, I think throughout the process, something started to happen. And the reason I say that is because she was able to give her daughter-in-law awesome advice that led to the marriage and the baby. So, tell me what you've been doing, because I know you've been working on staying sweet. So what have you been doing?
Changing the way I think. That is hard.
So tell me, what are you changing?
Just okay, like, I don't know if you remember it was a Chicana car? The girl that sings, if you want it, you can have it. That's Tasha Cobbs.
Is it
Which one is greater? Bigger? Jacqueline Carr. Is that her name?
I don't know.
Do you remember the song at the end of it, and she was saying, whatever the devil tells her, she says, I'm not that.
That's Jacqueline.
That's Jacqueline. Yes.
That's her.
So that's exactly what I do. Whatever that's negative, I say, I'm not that. And I turn it into I'm this instead. So that's how I stay in
like
that
a positive reinforcement. I like that. I like that. I've been just trying not to be snappy. Let's be real. I've been trying to not be snappy. I don't know how else to say it. I've been trying to be nice. I've been trying not to raise my voice. I've been trying to be calm. I've been trying to just bring myself down a little bit. And thinking before I speak.
That's good.
I've been thinking before I speak.
Yes.
I've been thinking it out, and if I think through it and it doesn't lead, and I am a quick thinker, so it's not like, you know, you can ask me a question or you can say something that get on my nerves, and I just be like, in my head, I've already said, if I say this, this is gonna happen. But if I say this, you know, they say that sweet, the sweet answer, is it like honey?
Yes.
And so it's good.
Yeah.
But you know, you give them the wrong answer, and then it's not good.
Yes.
So I've been really thinking through before I speak. And
a soft answer
turns away wrath. So I've been turning away some wrath.
Yes. That's good.
And I've been trying to hold on to my wrath. Because my wrath is like the wrath of the Titans.
No, that's good.
Yeah, so I've been trying.
That's good.
I'm not always successful. But
it's as long as you're trying.
I am actively trying. And I'm not, you know, because I'm gonna be honest to you, because you know, in the past, I would tell my pastor, hi sir. I've been telling my pastor, yes sir, I'm trying. I'm not trying nothing.
Forgive a Lord.
Nothing. But honestly, at this point in my life, when I say I'm trying, it means I'm actively in the process of doing something. It's not like I'm mentally still trying to plan how I'm going to try. I'm actually trying. I'm actually moving towards a goal. And so I've been trying to think before I speak, watch my actions, and I want to make sure that my actions line up to
what you're saying,
what I'm saying,
and what
and what I and where I want to go.
Yes.
Because sometimes I feel like we're saying so much with our mouths, but our actions don't line up. And we're trying to speak all these affirmations, and we're trying to speak all this positive stuff, but all of our actions seem underhanded and filled with shade.
Yes,
as they would say, shade, the whole palm, shade, just cover you up in shade. You can't do that no more. So we're trying.
No more shade.
No more shade. Don't share the tea. Don't put the shade. None of that. We gonna move from all of that.
No more clicking of the mugs.
No
more of this.
No. We're trying to move in a different direction with our lives because we're getting older. We want to mature, and as we mature,
and God is coming.
Yes. Oh yes. Soon, child. You see everything going on in this world, child. It's coming soon.
Time to get it together.
Yes.
Drink tea with God.
Yes. We are trying to make it to heaven. So and we want our lives to be saturated with sweet things. I was listening, you know those devotions in the Bible app. So there was one about bitterness and how bitterness can lead to death. And I was like, okay, let me read this. This seems cool. But again,
what's wrong? I think it's the Earl Grey.
Maybe. I wonder if I'm allergic.
Right. Don't drink no more Earl.
I'm trying to drink this Earl Grey for the first time, and it's just putting a tickle in my throat. I hope it's not closing it up. Help me, Jesus. So I was reading about this this Bible app, and it was talking about one of David's old advisors, and I can't remember the name of the gentleman. But the storyline, this person was saying he was David's advisor. And then all of a sudden, you see where he says, and he left and he went home. So he said there's a reason he left and went home. So apparently this person has linked the genealogy, and he said that his advisor was Bathsheba's grandfather. And so when David and Bathsheba had that whole ordeal, this gentleman was upset because basically he had messed up his daughter's life by killing her husband, and then basically the whole relationship tarnished her name as a virtue. It killed her virtue. So he was so upset by it, he left being the advisor and he went home. But the Bible says that his words, the way he advised David, David took his words as if he spoke from the mouth of God. So that, and they were very close friends, it said, because he was one of the mighty men. So he left. He left in anger. Now, later on in life, David has a son. We know one of David's sons rose up against David. The son that rose up against David went back to this advisor and said, tell me what to do. He said, go against your father, kill him, take his throne. So, can you imagine someone that could be so close to you that you have hurt in some way could rise up against you so strongly that now if you look at it from the outward, we would be like, well, some of us gonna say, well, you know what, David shouldn't have done that, and that man had all the right to be upset. And sometimes in life things are gonna happen to you, and you have all right to be upset. The problem becomes when your upsetness, is that a word? If it's not, I coined it today. Your upsetness leads to such an anger and a rage that it takes over you and it consumes you, that all you can see or all that you want to see is the person hurt that has hurt you. And honestly, I think in most cases, when we are hurt by people, we want them to feel our pain.
Oh yeah.
It says nothing is worse than a woman scorned.
Oh yeah.
You want them to feel what you feel. You want them to feel that hurt. You want them to know the tears that you have shed. You want them to know how your heart is breaking.
Yes.
You want them to know how many pints of ice cream you had to eat, how you gained 30 pounds to get over them. You want them to know all of it.
It's true.
You want them to know it.
It's true, yes.
And not just know it, you want them to feel it, and you want them to go through what you went through.
You don't want to see them smiling on the ground.
No. You don't want to see them happy with no other woman. No. You want to see them broken on the street.
That's
looking
true.
like a scrub.
It's like, did you see Acrimony?
I did not. What is it about?
With Taraji P. Henson?
I did not.
So the husband cheated, and they were together for a long, long time. She ended up divorcing him.
Oh, okay.
And he promised her all this thing about how, we're going to have our name on a boat. And he ended up giving that all to another lady, and she killed him.
Oh, Jesus.
She killed the lady first. Then she...
So this is why we trying to stay sweet.
Yes.
Because bitterness will turn you into a murderer.
Yes, a crazy person.
A murderer. And you know what? This thing said bitterness can lead to suicide. You know why it said that? It said because if you cannot see the plans that you have for the people you're bitter against, if you cannot see that come into fruition, you will turn that anger on yourself and just end your own life. So I read that and I was like, whew, I'm going to stay sweet.
Right.
Yep.
This
Nothing
is not
has
the life for
ever
me.
convinced me before. This convinced me I'm gonna stay sweet. I'm gonna say, because literally sometimes, and we have to be honest. Please, people comment in the thing and be honest. How many of y'all have sit down and say, God, just let them feel what I feel right now. Just let them feel. Who has prayed that bad prayer?
I have. But I thought they do that in the Bible, so it's not
Who has prayed that bad prayer that you want them to you have taken on you've been the judge and jury. Oh. Because what happens if that person is sorry? You trying to keep the beast dead.
No,
trying to sneak out.
No, for real, it helps me
to just rein you back in.
Yeah, it's like, okay, Amber, come on.
Okay, so there you go.
What did you mean by that?
Okay, so now you know. Emotions,
1. Go to 10.
Emotions, 2.
Go until you can feel
1,000.